Hello and welcome. I'm Darren, and today, as you can see, we're going to check out a bit of gameplay on the Moza R16. So, admittedly, I haven't obviously done any more recordings on it as of yet. I've kind of been doing between this and other stuff, and I've been checking out quite a few different games, different cars in Assetto Corsa Competizione, because quite a lot has changed now that I've moved to this from the V5 from the R5. So the thing that obviously I didn't really show that much last time because I had no wheel connected was the Moza Pithouse software. So as you can see, we are in there now. Now, this is the first page that launches when you open the Pithouse. Obviously, if you already know Moza, this means nothing to you. If you're thinking about Moza or you're just interested, then this might mean something to you. But basically, this is your main screen that will start up. Now, if your base is turned off, obviously it will tell you at the screen, and these options will all be grayed out. Obviously no power going to them. So as you can see, it will show you which steering wheel you're using. You can see at the moment I'm running the GSV2, so it will allow you to center it. There you go. Obviously it will show you your bottom presses, all the rest of it. So you can obviously change your steering angle here. Now, the first thing that I noticed moving, I don't know, well, no, because admittedly this wheel is the same size as the one I was using. So what I was about to say still won't make sense, but strangely, main game I run, Assetto Corsa Competizione. Now, with the R5, I was running a steering angle of 540. With the R16, I'm now running a steering wheel angle of 900, and I find that strange because a lot of the setup videos that I watched on YouTube would all say 900, yet it felt it didn't feel right on my R5. Now, whether that was an issue with the R5 or whether it was something to do with the power of the R5, I don't know, but it felt a lot better at 540. So, I don't know. If you run either and you have the same issue, let me know. So, as you can see, I've got the power turned down. 100% in that game is way too much, or having that cranked. I think a lot of the time you're supposed to actually have this to the max and then control it in the game. I don't know. There's a lot of stuff I still need to figure out. Sometimes information isn't the easiest to find and everyone has different ideas, but at the moment anyway, that's what I've got it set to. Obviously you can see pedals are connected. I'm only still running the SRP light pedals that came with the R5 bundle. The brake pedal, I do have like the little upgrade, whatever it is, adds a little bit of kind of weight to the pedal rather than, it's that little thing there, look, whatever that is. So yeah, I think it's just a spring and maybe some sort of little elastomer or something. So it does add something. Without that, it was literally just like having two accelerator pedals that just have a spring behind them. So understandable. I mean, obviously, I'm guessing it's made to be able to be used at a desk and not necessarily bolted down, but obviously as soon as you add in any type of spring or elastomer, you're going to have to bolt those pedals or attach them somehow, or wedge them somewhere. If not, you're not going to be able to press the brake pedal. But anyway, so yeah, this is your first page that you'll come to. Then you can go into your base settings, which you have obviously here. You have this place you can save your settings. So once you've played around and you have something set up and you don't want to lose it, but you want to play a different game, so you're going to want to start changing, you can obviously create a preset, and then you can name it and drop it into one of these boxes. As you can see, I've got ACC number 1 in this box here. So that's my kind of setup for Assetto Corsa Competizione. I think I've got a few in here. Let me think, what have I put in? Yes, Dirt Rally, and there's a Forza 5 one, and a Wreckfest one that's in drift randomly. I don't know. But anyway, so as you can see, we've got various settings here. We've got various more settings. Obviously, this is your steering wheel you're using. So if you're using CS or RS, you'd click on that. I take it that's the truck wheel. Moshbo. TSW. I'll have to check that. So yeah, basically, steering wheel's there. Maximum output limit. Oh, okay, so I'm at 100% on my maximum torque, and then I've got it controlled in the game. I think this kind of presets to itself depending on how the game's launched. And then we've got the equalizer, so you can change a lot of stuff within here. You can obviously lift or drop these pointers. Gives you a kind of idea at the top of what effects those are going to add and what they're going to remove. So loads of adjustability there. It tells you if you hover over these information marks, it'll give you a few pointers. Base force feedback curve, never played with it. And then we have some miscellaneous features. I think those are just on how hard it locks. So if you set a maximum steering angle where it goes to a stop, I think that's what it is. I could be wrong. Anyway, so steering wheel, various settings in here for you to change stuff. Obviously it says there, different paddle travel. You can change obviously the lighting, all sorts of stuff. I don't really mess around with a lot of this. A lot of it's just automatically is happy where I'm at. Obviously you can change your RPM indicators to do whatever you want them to do, and then you can change it to do different things, obviously depending on if you're in the pit lane and all that sort of stuff. All fine and dandy. Pedal setup, you obviously calibrate them in here, but you can change to different curves and stuff. So gives you quite a bit of information. This is for setup of one of the screens they do. I don't have one. I believe this is the unit you use if you're using external something else which isn't Moza, so pedals or steering wheel or something that's from a different brand. Gear shifter, again I don't have one. Sequential shifter, don't have one. Handbrake, don't have one, but as you can see, plenty of setup. Then you have your upgrades for your firmware. So it's telling me I'm up to date at the moment. And then we have some system settings. So you got Bluetooth that you can obviously connect to your phone, and then you download a app on your phone which allows you basically this, whatever you can do. I think to maybe within limit, but you can change all of your base settings and all the stuff that we just went through on a phone app, which is quite handy because you can just pause the game and do that rather than tabbing out the game and coming back to the software. So that's actually really good. I've used it. I haven't used it in a while. I need to check that. I'd probably say I should use it now, but that might go wrong. So software updates, all that sort of stuff. It will tell you, it'll give you a little warning here if there's an update to be done. I think it gives you a reminder as well. So you've got your calibration places. I think a lot of this can be if you've had any type of issues or anything like that. And then, yes, your experimental functions. So you can download experimental firmware versions. Then you have your Forza Horizon. Click that on if you want to run Forza Horizon, which will give you compatibility in it. I did do that to configure Forza Horizon 5. Worked a treat. So yeah, and then obviously you have your games. So it will pick, I think it will just list random games, but it will also pick up what games that you have installed. So you can see obviously some of the games that I play. You can launch the games through here. We'll do that in a bit. And then you can configure them. It's showing you the ones that are configured. I don't think Dirt Rally 2 automatically configures through here. So that's why I had a preset in there. But yeah. And the other thing I have done, and this is an absolute this is good. I like this, is I have set up a bass shaker. So I'm not going to say it's a game changer, but for immersion, it's awesome. Now I did cheap out. In the UK, it's a bit hit and miss where you can buy certain stuff. So you have your what's the word for it? Butt kicker. So there's a butt kicker available, and someone else has just released something. One of the chassis, is it Track Racer? I think Track Racer have just released their version of a butt kicker. Now, they are quite expensive. I've no doubt they are very good. Now, I've cheaped out and basically bought a bass shaker speaker type thing. I'll list it, or if anyone's interested, drop me a comment. I'll let you know exactly what it is. So I have the speaker and an amp, and that cost me like under £100. So it's a lot cheaper. And in fairness, you download SimHub. Now it's free, or you can basically you can donate a small amount to the person that obviously does this. I think I might have sent them a £5. I think I cheaped out. I'm not going to lie. I think I sent them a £5. I might have sent them a £10. And then you can basically pick up your games in here. You can set the telemetry across. You can go into your bass shaker, and then you can, from this huge list, you can then put what you want it to do. Now, I'm only running one, which is directed underneath my ass at the moment. So I don't want to run too many things for it, because it would be stupid. It's almost impossible. Obviously, it works like a subwoofer would, like obviously a speaker would. It can only do one thing at a time to a degree. So trying to do too many things through is just not going to happen. So I've set up probably two things which I find really good, gear shift being one of them, and engine vibration being another. Now, anyone that's played Assetto Corsa Competizione or will probably know that feeling of sitting, waiting at the track for the cars to start moving and drifting off and then looking up at the screen and going, oh shit, and then having to quick chase up to them before they get to the light. Now, this is a fantastic indication that you're on, because when the engine starts up, you get the engine vibration coming through your ass, which obviously goes throughout the whole chassis, depending on how strong you want to do it. So that's good. And the gear shift is just a nice little feeling where you just get that bump when you change gear. So that I really like. Now, at the moment, I believe that's at 30 hertz. So I think that's decided to go onto my Assetto Corsa profile. I'll send that on WRC. I don't know if it'll launch. I think it will just launch. I think it will know by the game if I launch it through, because obviously I can launch the game through here, or I can launch it through the Moza. Did that just disappear? Did I cross that, or did I drop it? No, I dropped it. So, like I said, we can launch it through here. So that's what we'll do. Obviously, it'll still run through whoever you're connected to. So there you go. It's still running through Steam. And then we'll do a quick little race. Hopefully, I'll quick check that I'm not going to about to blast you with 100% volume on the engine, which can happen. Where are we? Audio. No, we're all right. We're 50%. We're good. So we'll do a quick race, and we'll see how it feels. Now, this is shocked me. Now, there is such thing, and being in PC, being on social media for the last couple of years, I came to realise just how bad fanboying was on PC. Now, obviously, you've got your typical. You've got your AMD versus Intel, AMD versus NVIDIA, NVIDIA versus whoever. And that is toxic as fuck lately. It's pretty bad. What I never dreamed was that there's actual fanboys for SimGear. So apparently this unit is shit compared to Fanatec, which I don't know. Now, I kind of bought this unit. Well, I'm going to be honest. I didn't buy Fanatec, and I didn't buy Fanatec for a reason. And that's purely down to the stuff that was going on at Fanatec. The other reason was I'm in the UK. Shipping-wise, I wasn't over sure about the fact that you can only buy through Fanatec themselves, and this Moza stuff you can buy obviously through different like stockists, and one of them being a place that I order a lot of PC gear from. So I have kind of faith in where I normally bollocks. It's the sound of a child coming. It's never good. I'll lock them out. So basically, the place that I normally buy my stuff from, I have a relationship with, and I have trust that if I have any type of issues, I know when they say something's in stock, it's going to be in stock. I know they're going to ship it within the next day, and I know if I have an issue with it that they're going to replace it for me. And that at the time means more to me than feeling like I'm left in limbo. I've paid for something, I don't know where it is, it's not been shipped, or it's not turned up, and if there's any type of problem with it, how long I'm going to be waiting for that to get sorted out. And I know that Fanatec have had those problems, so I don't expect Moza to be at the same level as Fanatec in a lot of things, because Moza are a far newer company, and Fanatec have been around for years. Fanatec have really good compatibility. They're normally the first wheel on the list for any new game coming out. You can see they're sponsored everywhere. I've no doubt I'm going to see a lot of Fanatec signs and stickers and stuff as we go around this track. So Fanatec have that. That's fine. But that doesn't mean that it works for everyone. But I can't compare them. And to be honest, I don't really give a toss about comparing them. As long as I'm happy with this, that's fine. What's a different wheel that I don't have feels like doesn't particularly matter to me. The only thing that matters to me is if I'm not happy with this, and then I'd have to look for something else. But I'm happy with this. So Obviously, anyone else that's Moza to Fanatec or tried Moza and went back to Fanatec, let me know. What exactly am I missing out on, other than maybe having to... I know I'm going to have to configure some games in this that maybe I wouldn't have to on the Fanatec, but like I said, that's not a big deal to everyone. Some people it's a huge deal, some people it's not. So there we go. Now I'm running this on the 7900 XTX with the 7800 X3D. I don't have a performance overlay up, and do you know what? I'm not even going to bother. It normally runs around about 100 FPS, and we are running it at 3440 by 1440p, but we are running it at 130% on the resolution scale because I'm sat quite close to the monitor, and at 100% resolution scale, you can kind of see in this, the anti-aliasing is a little bit nah, even at 130%. Performance tanks quite a bit, 150%. So 130% is kind of a happy medium of it looks better, looks pretty good, performs good enough. So we'll get into a race. Instantly I felt a little bit of a vibration through my ass, which is good. Engines started up, I felt that. I love it. It's so much better. And then we get a little bit of a thud coming through when we change gear. Now I've been trying some different cars out because this wheel now feels, or this wheelbase is giving me quite a lot more detail than what the R5 was. That I wanted to try some different cars just to actually get a feeling for them and how much different, because obviously the cars feel different from one to another as it is. I'm just going to sit back and take it easy for the first lap. Stay out of crashes. Yeah, because you obviously, I've now have more detail and different details. I wanted to try some different cars out just to see how they felt, and really impressive. But admittedly, I still struggle with anything else apart from this McLaren. I don't know why. Maybe it's just certain cars suit certain people. I don't know, but this one definitely suits me. But the feeling that I now get through this base is, one thing you notice instantly is the unevenness in the track. So I can now feel a lot more detail in the bumps on the track surface, which is huge, and it actually makes it a little bit more unnerving when you feel them leading up to a corner or a braking zone, and it actually feels like it's almost made it a little bit more difficult, which I know would possibly sound stupid. You would have thought having more detail would make it easier, but it actually, I don't know, I've found it's got a bit more of a learning curve, or I've had to learn a little bit more now in those feelings. The feeling of losing grip is instant, so I very rarely now find myself in a situation that I can't get out of. I also find that if I have fucked up big time, I don't tend to find myself completely facing the wrong way anymore, whereas beforehand it was almost a case of once you'd got to a certain limit you were never bringing it back, whereas now I find myself well able to save myself a lot more, which is interesting. But yeah, incredible. This wheel is beautiful. feels incredible. And the extra feelings that I get coming through the wheel. Ooh. Buddy, what was that braking all about? The extra detail that I get just coming down that back straight, which is a lot more bumpy than what I ever thought it was on the R5, is such a good feeling. And then add into kind of the engine vibration that I'm now getting through the seat, and it's incredible. My driving is terrible. I need to concentrate a little bit and actually make a few places up. But like I said, I can't and I wouldn't compare this setup to any other wheelbases, purely because I haven't tried them. How I can compare something against a product that I don't have is just stupid. So how this compares to anything else, I could not say. That's a hell of a missed shift then. Right, I need to try and get a fast lap and then maybe get rid of these three. Come on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right.
I did not
Clear
want him
right.
to move over like that. I must have these guys set up pretty aggressive. They're not making it easy. My God, why did it feel like? I swear they brake check you in this game. It's either that or I just went in there at crazy speed.
Well done, mate. First and best.
Their fighting isn't making life easy.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
There was a car on the left till I put him off in the dirt. Come on.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
This guy is an artist at parking himself in the exact wrong place.
Car on the right.
He's definitely trying his best.
Clear on the right.
It's actually like, I don't know. I don't think I've got it turned up too high. But it's amazing now. Oh shit, I completely missed that corner. I'm better off when I'm following people. It's amazing now the amount of work or extra work I'm doing. Like, it is a bit of a fight. But in a good way. As in a just... It feels natural. And the R5 was good. I don't want to make it sound like the R5 wasn't a good wheelbase. I did actually really enjoy that wheelbase. But obviously, when it comes to...
You're at the halfway mark. Keep pushing.
the power, it was just a little bit limited on how many forces, or certainly how many, how much detail it could throw at you at one time. Whereas just on this corner now, the bumps and obviously the pressure is so much better.
Well done, mate. Yours for the best.
It's actually quite a good track for it. Although, holy shit, I was deep into that corner. And that's, like, I could have possibly, with the R5, been in trouble then. I was way too deep, and obviously it's not something that I would imagine would have shown up in that visually. But I had a very big four-wheel slide going on into that corner by braking a little bit too deep. And I was kind of able to balance it. Whereas I don't think I would have maybe got that detail on the R5, which would have probably led to me maybe losing the back end. Oh shit, I just realised I went into this race and did no setup, so I'm carrying fucking 64 litres of fuel. That's why I'm so fucking slow. And I've got 6 on my traction control. shit. Right, we need to change that. Although I can't see because it's dark in here. Let's put traction control down to 4. Try and get a few extra horses out the corners.
Car on the right. Clear on the right. Car on the right. Clear on the right.
Now we're a bit faster. We've got a bit more launch.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Let's turn that ABS down a little bit as well. Yep, we've definitely got more launch. Oh, the detail in this is insane. Oh shit!
Damage in the front of the car.
I swear he brake tested me. Get speed? Yeah, how about you get some fucking speed, buddy? You're holding everyone up.
Car on the left. Clear on the left.
Yeah, nah, he'll come back. He's still there.
Car on the left.
And he's got a better drive. Shit.
Clear on the left.
Whoa. That was hanging on. Yeah, I definitely felt that sausage curb and I don't want to hit it again. Those things will break your fucking wrist.
Car on the right. Clear on the right.
This is like a workout. Like a proper workout.
Right, man. Leader is on the final lap. Give it all you can.
I hate that corner. Everyone's miles away. I'm cooked.
Well done, mate. This has been your personal best.
Shit. Yeah, I hit it again. And it let me know I hit it. Oh, now I've got the fucking monitor pixel refresh come up. No! I can't see the fucking corner. Jesus, I hope that fucks off quick. Oh, I need to find a way to turn that off. Problem is, I've got my wheelbase so close to my fucking monitor, I can't get to the button.
Leader has finished the race.
Oh, this is so much... I don't want to say it's so much better. That's not fair on the R5, but it's like the improvement is there to be seen. Oh shit. Did I finish? No, I didn't finish, did I? I was about to go down the pits. Dickhead. I did now.
Race is over. Good job. You did the best you could. Take it easy indeed, lab.
But yeah, the detail, just these bumps, is so much more. Obviously, the curb detail was not bad on the R5. The problem was you could, if you with the R5, if you tried to put too much detail through it, then you would lose the most important detail. And like, what would probably be a good scenario for that is, if you came into this corner hot, and you hit this inside curb, and you had a lot of curb detail, if the back end got loose, the curb detail would override the detail of your loss of grip, and it would come through, but it would maybe come through that little bit later. It'd almost come through maybe once you'd... it's hard to explain. I could definitely save certain near-death experiences with the R5. I don't find myself getting into anything that much now at all. I find if I'm losing grip, it's so much more savable, and I think that's just down to how fast that is. That comes to me. It's just an instant feeling, and for that reason, it's just so much quicker. to react. And you've probably seen by that I'm not a good driver, or certainly nothing compared to what the people that play these games a lot are compared to. I'm very casual when it comes to that, and this wheelbase, certainly from what I'd used beforehand, is definitely will bring me up a level in. I don't know if it will necessarily make me faster. I'm kind of confident it will at least mean that I finish the race. I don't think I'm going to get anywhere near the I'm in a wall and it's game over situations that I would have had before with what I was using beforehand. So I'm blown away with it. Yeah, definitely awesome. This steering wheel's really nice. I've got it at the slightly wrong height for me at the moment. I'm going to have to... I'm probably going to buy that shaft extender, which means that I'll be able to take my wheelbase back and lift it, because this steering wheel's a little bit low at the moment. I'd like it a bit higher, but I'm governed by the bottom of my screen. So I think if I could take it back and then I could drop the screen down or lift the base up so that the shaft would be closer to the bottom of the screen rather than the base being in the way of the screen at the moment. That's my thinking, because I'd like it a little bit higher, but I don't want to lift my screen higher. My screen's at like the perfect height. So that's probably the only thing that I majorly want to change, and then I might make a few more purchases. I was kind of waiting on the pedal set. I might see if I can get hold of the pedal set this month. That'd be awesome. If not, I might probably buy one of the shifters and maybe even the chock wheel. But anyway, that was a look at the R16. A quick go through the Moza Pitel software. Bass shaker, awesome, love it. I'd be lost without that now. Just that little burst, little thud that you can set up for your gear shift is amazing. And like I said, the engine vibration, like obviously just moving there, I get a nice vibration. Stronger obviously underneath my seat, but it vibrates the whole way through the aluminium chassis. So I love that. And yeah, I'm happy. I think it's brilliant. I don't care what the Fanatec fanboys say. They can fuck off from what I'm concerned. So if you liked, awesome. Give me a like and I will catch you in the next one.